What's up, Earpers? My name is Alex, and today I've got my Tacos Are Tasty shirt on, which means I'm doing another recap video on Wynonna Earp. Shit's getting real. Okay, so like always, like all my other recap videos, if you have not seen this most recent episode of Wynonna Earp, I do recommend watching that first because this recap video, as it suggests in the title, is going to be chock full of spoilers for this episode. I'm also going to be talking about my thoughts and theories on upcoming episodes and talking about promos that we've seen, so if you guys don't want any of that kind of stuff either, I recommend just skipping over this video. Also, if you guys are looking for my live reaction of Wynonna Earp Season 2 Episode 10, that's on my Patreon, link is in the description, but with that being said, let's get into this recap video. Alright, so we start off the episode with the widow attacking Nicole. She thinks Nicole has the ring. Nicole is like, the fuck? And Waverly does show up, kicks the widow's butt, but the widow does end up biting Nicole. If you guys watched my last week's episode, I did say I didn't think Nicole was going to spend this episode in the hospital. I said that mostly because, mostly because it was very obvious, and two, because like I really didn't want that to happen. Nicole spends so much time in the hospital, I was just like hoping we wouldn't get another Nicole in the hospital scene. But we do get it. I just feel like Nicole is like the only one in the crew that ends up in the hospital hurt. And it's just like the first time I was just like, you know, whoa, lesbian nearly gets killed but survived. That's amazing. And now I'm just like, can we maybe stop killing, like trying to kill the lesbian? That'd be great. Because we all know like she's not dying. So I just like, I don't know, the whole time that she was in the hospital I was just like, oh, this is sad, but we all know she's coming back. So yeah, that was, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Nicole being in the hospital again, but it's a thing that happened. So because of this, Beth approaches Waverly. She's not a huge fan of Mercedes, but she's like, this is great for me because, you know, the Earp heir's sister now needs help and I have the cure for this venom. So if you get the last seal for me and only me, she really doesn't like Mercedes. She wants this last seal for herself. I feel like she was number 2 originally. Mercedes was like the number 1 wife, and I feel like she's trying to prove herself as number 1. So yeah, there was a lot of back and forth between Waverly and Beth this episode. Waverly's just like, I'm not gonna betray my sister, but also, what other choice do I have? Goddamn Nicole though. She's like dying, but she doesn't want to go to sleep until she sees Waverly. Oh my god! So after telling Wynonna that she needs to pull the plug if she gets too bad because no one else is gonna do it, and no one else would forgive, Waverly wouldn't forgive anyone else if they did. So yeah, she had that talk with Wynonna. Thankfully that didn't come into place. But then she has the talk with Waverly and she's like, oh, just in case anything happens, right? She's just like, I've never loved anyone the way I love you. Oh, Nicole, you asshole. How dare you attack me with those feels? I just like, oh. It's like twice now that she's told Waverly that she loves her. And God damn it, like, it's just too much drama for me to enjoy these I love yous. Waverly still hasn't said her I love you. But talking about drama, like way hot drama, turns out Nicole has a wife. Okay. Can I just say though, Nicole's wife is banging. Holy shit. Like, hello. And she looks tall as well. I wonder how tall she is. I was having a great time just enjoying her face. But I mean, it's not serious, I guess. Like, it was like a Vegas wedding and they're not together at the minute. I don't know why they haven't got like a divorce. I guess we'll learn more about her. I wonder if she's going to be in season 3. I would like to know more about her and Nicole's past, because obviously she knows a lot more about Nicole's past than anyone else that we know in the show. So I'm curious to see if we see more of her in season 3. I feel like there's just too much happening in the last 2 episodes to have a sit down with Shay, who her name is Shay, have a sit down with Shay and learn Nicole's backstory. But yeah, I would like to see more of her and hear more about her and Nicole's past. But we do know, I guess they're talking. Nicole and Shay are still like friends, I guess, and still talk because Shay knows who Waverly is and Shay knows how much Nicole loves Waverly. Okay, but let's move over to the order. So they ended up burning like all the bodies with the venom in them, so dolls couldn't take the bodies to get the venom out, which was not great. But they have an interesting conversation. So the order offers to take Wynonna's baby off their hands to look after the baby because, you know, it's the future Earp heir if the curse doesn't break in Wynonna's lifetime, and they are offering to keep the baby safe. What? I mean, I suppose it'd be like a convenient way for Wynonna to have the baby in the show and then like not have a baby in the rest of the show, just like palm the baby off to the Order to keep the baby safe. Yeah, because I can't see them having a baby around for next season, you know? Like, I didn't know what they were gonna do with the baby. Like, if the baby was gonna be, like, supernatural of some kind, maybe the baby grew up quickly, or maybe, I don't know. But I suppose this is a good out. The Order is offering to take the baby under their protection. It just seems so weird. But they also do give dolls the plate that they took from Wynonna. That is apparently a weapon. We don't know how it's a weapon right now, but it's apparently a weapon. It's important to the Order. It holds great power, apparently, so I guess we'll find out more about the plate later. So Waverly does, at the start of the episode, blurt out to Wynonna that Rosita is a revenant. I think Wynonna at this point is like the only one that doesn't know that she's a revenant. Anyway, so so she ends up going over to the Shorties to get Doc so they can, you know, go searching for the Widow and for Needley. But she also sort of threatens / confronts Rosita about her being a revenant, but also she's like, you know, I'll make a deal with you, you go over to BBD and be like a test subject for Jeremy because you can't die unless I kill you. Yeah, so she's like, you be a test subject for us, help us save Nicole, and I'll kill you last. Rosita. I love Rosita so much. I just want them to find a way to break the curse without having to kill Rosita, because she's just, oh. Things start to get a bit real. Waverly finds the blacksmith who we met in season 1. Waverly sees the blacksmith's like twin sister. They are like iron witches. Don't know really what their deal is. I haven't really looked much into it, and I can't 100% remember the blacksmith's storyline in season 1. But anyway, so Waverly makes a deal with the Iron Witch, Greta, I believe her name is. And she's like, help me find the cure for Nicole and I will give you whatever you want. And it's like a binding deal, and the Iron Witch is like, okay, sure. Here's where you can find the cure for Nicole. And they shake on it. So that's going to bite Waverly in the butt at the end of the episode. So of course, Waverly finds the third seal, which is technically the cure for Nicole, as she gives it to Beth and Beth gives her the cure. Wynonna had given Needley the ring and Needley hid it in his coffee cup on his desk. Because why not? Yeah, so so that happens. Waverly finds the ring. Waverly gives the ring to Beth. Beth gives her the cure, which I'm surprised she like held her end of the bargain with. Like, I was like, no, Waverly will get the seal, but Beth won't like stay true to her end of the deal. But anyway, it all worked out. But yeah, so just as like Wynonna gets the cure via they capture Mercedes and they like jab her in her fangies, I guess, and get the cure, and they end up making an antidote. But they don't do that before Waverly makes the deal with the other widow, with Beth. So Wynonna's obviously pissed, but Nicole's alive, yay! Alright, so we're jumping to the end of the episode. I know, my recap has been like super quick because like there's just like so much happening that I need to like talk about. Anyway, so we jump to the end of the episode. Dolls is showing Wynonna the plate that the Order gave him, and Wynonna for some reason knows what to do with the plate. We don't get to find out what that is though, because she disappears before that happens. But the plate is important and Wynonna knows how to use it, but that's gonna have to wait until the season finale, I guess. Why does Wynonna disappear? Well, great question. Because that deal that Waverly made with the Iron Witch, see, she says that she wants the demon trophy that's in Shorty. She wants the demon trophy, and she casts a spell on this demon trophy. I assume she wanted to take some of the power that's on it to strengthen her spell. I don't know, that's what I'm assuming. So the spell was to create a world in which Wynonna doesn't exist. Of course. Doc tries to stop her, sort of like at the end of her spell casting, and he like is a casualty, she says. Collateral damage. He ends up back in his well. But he doesn't lose memory of Wynonna, it seems. So we're going to be talking about theories and like promos and stuff like that. So if you guys just don't want to hear this kind of stuff, thanks for stopping by. Okay, so this looks completely different, I understand, but some new stuff has gone up on Purgatory case files since I recorded this video yesterday. So I'm re-recording all my theories because, again, as always, it's all changed. So I'm re-recording this end part, and I apologize for the weird cut. But here we go. Okay, let's get into, I guess, the preview for next week, and then we'll get into sort of what the Purgatory case files is coming into play and stuff like that. So, Wynonna doesn't exist, right? So that opens a couple possibilities. We also see that Waverly and Jeremy are planning a wedding. So whose wedding is that? Here's my thoughts. I've seen a lot of people say that it's Waverly and Nicole's wedding. I don't think it is Waverly and Nicole's wedding. I don't know if Waverly and Nicole are even together in this reality. I know a lot of people are saying that it's their wedding because they're in some the promo trailers, in some promo pictures, where Nicole has a band on her wedding ring finger. So the scene that we see her wearing that ring is that scene from the San Diego Comic-Con trailer where it looks like a dream sequence. Like, it's very glowy. It looks like a dream sequence. I'm still convinced that's a dream sequence. So my thoughts is that Nicole is dreaming / fantasizing about marrying Waverly, or she's at least dreaming, fantasizing about Waverly. I feel like in this reality, they're not together, and Nicole's just crushing hardcore, as she would in any reality, you know? And I think Waverly is crushing on Nicole as well, but I don't think they're together. I say this because I know Wynonna technically didn't, like, push them together or anything like that, but I feel like if Wynonna didn't exist, then Waverly wouldn't, I guess, turn out the same as she is in our reality that we know. So imagine growing up, let's say Wynonna doesn't kill their dad. I know he still gets taken, but maybe he doesn't die. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't die because Wynonna didn't shoot him. So Waverly grows up with just the dad and Willa. I don't know if Willa gets taken as well, but we know Willa doesn't die because Willa dies by Wynonna's hand, at least in season 1. So who knows if she still got taken, but I guess in this reality, I'm assuming she's alive because Wynonna killed her. So if Wynonna didn't kill her, then she's not dead. So imagine Waverly growing up with Willa and their dad. No Wynonna, just Willa and their dad. We have heard from stories that neither of them really were kind to Waverly. Willa bullied her, tried to kill her several times. Apparently her dad just didn't engage with her at all. He sort of just like ignored her, I guess. So she grew up in that environment without having this sort of love and support from Wynonna. So jump to when she's an adult, I feel like Willa would have a big influence on her. I feel like if she's not a part of the whole Earp Heir legacy, maybe, Earp Heir mission to kill the Revenants, like we see her in the show now, because either the dad's still alive and he's just taking care of it without involving Waverly, or Willa is the Earp Heir now, and I still don't think Willa would involve Waverly in it. So I feel like without this storyline, without Waverly finding herself, I guess, I feel like, I don't know, she might not have the courage to take that leap with Nicole, you know? She made a hugely bold move kissing Nicole in season 1, you know? Like, she initiated their relationship because I think Nicole was just like, you know, I'm not gonna push you to be or do anything that you don't want to do. And so Waverly was the one that initiated it. So I feel like maybe without Wynonna in her life, without that love and support, she might not feel as confident in herself. She might not be as bold as she is as the Waverly that we know. I don't know. She could actually be with Nicole in this reality, but I don't know. I think I would really like to see both Waverly and Nicole crushing on each other and them not together. I don't know, I'm just, I don't know, I think it'd be really cute. So, again, that brings back to, like, who's getting married? It could be a couple of different possibilities. One, it could be Waverly and Nicole. Maybe they are together. Maybe they have got engaged and are getting married within months of knowing each other. Who knows? I don't think that's the case. Or another possibility is Waverly is still with Champ in this reality. They're getting married. God, I hope not. I hope that, like, it doesn't matter what reality they live in, Waverly still dumped Champ. I just pray to the gods, but I guess that's a possibility. I saw someone mention as well that maybe it's Willa's wedding, which is interesting. I would be intrigued to see that, but it kind of freaks me out because then it's like, would Bobo be the person that she's marrying? And that would be kind of gross. I really didn't like the whole Willa Bobo romantic shit that they had. That like creeped me out. But I mean, that's a possibility, I think. Like if both Bobo and Willa are back and they're together, I don't know. In this reality, Nicole could have also maybe tried to work things out again with her wife, Shay. That's why she's wearing the wedding band. Alright, so moving on from that, I want to talk about one thing that I'm kind of bummed about. It seems with only 2 episodes left, and with the next episode, them not gonna even remember it happening, because it technically didn't happen since Wynonna's not alive and all that. I feel like they're not actually gonna address the cheating storyline, which is really kind of pissing me off, because, like, why bring it in if you're just gonna sort of rush over it and, like, not actually flesh it out? It's just like, I don't know. It just feels like, oh yeah, let's just get as many chicks to kiss as possible. I don't know. It just, I felt like if you're gonna do that storyline, at least, like, follow through with it instead of just, like, letting everything overshadow it and then just sort of pushing it in the background. That kind of bugged me. Okay, on to other theories. I have been talking about theories about Waverly's dad, Waverly's family, all season long. And I'm starting to think that maybe I'm thinking way too out of the box with these theories. Way too out of the box. I say this because the most recent note on the Purgatory case files is Nicole. She's in the hospital. She says that she was visited by Baron. So she says that Baron wants to make a deal. If she finds his hat, then he will turn Waverly's heart. He will erase the hurt and turn Waverly's heart and fix things, essentially. So the reason why I say I think I maybe have been overthinking and thinking way outside the box with all my theories this season is because, like, I don't know. One, when we found out that the Baron is looking for something in the Purgatory case files, all sort of clues, I guess, pointed to his top hat, and I was like, I don't want it to be his top hat because, like, it's so obvious, and I was like, I kind of wanted it to be something that we have seen since season 1, because technically this possession has been in Purgatory since, like, the 1880s. So I was like, I would have really liked it to be something that we've seen, like, throughout the series that we've just never paid attention to. My mind like went to Wynonna's necklace. We don't know anything about her necklace. It's a key. What does the key open? But then again, the writing on her necklace says Athena, and, like, the Greek goddess has no connection to, like, the voodoo Lao. So, like, there's, yeah, I guess there's no connection there. But yeah, I didn't want it to be the top hat because it just seemed so obvious, and from what I remember, we haven't seen a top hat in the series, so it's just going to be something that we haven't seen yet. So with that, I'm like, okay, so maybe I should just take things as they are and not try and look for little clues or a bigger meaning or just, like, some side thought. So with that being said, let's get into theories about Waverly. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna take everything that we've been told and take it for its word. That said, that means I'm gonna say Waverly is half Revenant. I didn't want her to be half Revenant, but she said that she's half Revenant, so I'm taking that for what it is. I guess it also means that maybe the possibility of Bobo being her dad is a big possibility, because that's been something that like everyone's been talking about since season 1, like since he brought it up. It's like, is Bobo Waverly's dad? So I guess that's my like, I think that's the most concrete theory at this point. I'm just taking everything for its word. Waverly is half Revenant. Bobo is her dad. What does that mean in regards to Baron? Maybe that possibly means when Nicole finds his top hat and gives it to him, because Revenants are like technically dead. They're like undead, right? So maybe he can cure her Revenant side, gets rid of the darkness, gets rid of the deadness, I guess, of her Revenant side. Maybe that's what he does. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's like maybe the most logical theory I've had. Yeah, I feel like I've probably just been thinking way too much out of the box this season, and it's very, this is what I'm telling you it is, so it is that. I don't know, I guess we'll see. Yeah, I guess I would like to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on theories and stuff like that? Potential storylines for the end of the season. What do you think Baron's role in this is? Who do you think Waverly's dad is / mum? We don't technically know if her mum is the same mum that Willow and Wynonna have. We just don't have any information, so I'm just going off the information that we have been told. We've been told that Waverly is pretty sure that she's half Revenant. We've been shown that Bobo is very protective of her. Yeah, so I guess there's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, there is a live reaction on my Patreon if you guys want to go check that out. There is a link to my merch in the description as well. I think that's about it. I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.